guys, welcome back to the channel. As you see, we got the old yo-yo in here for another upgrade. I've been wanting these for a long time, and I finally went ahead and broke down and just got me some. Let me turn the camera around. We went with the Icon billet aluminum adjustable, which I guess they all are, with the delta joint upper control arms. I've got the Icon uniballs now. Let me get a light where y'all can see, and there's nothing wrong with them, they're just dirty. The uniball is getting a little bit of play in it, and I started to order the uniballs to go ahead and replace them because there's nothing wrong with the control arms themselves at all. These just have a little bit of play, but I'm like, well, if I'm gonna go ahead and buy them, I might as well go ahead and just buy what I want. So I went ahead and got us a pair of these. This is the driver's side, and then there is the passenger side. So thought we'd do an install video and show y'all how to put them on. I don't know how it should be pretty much the exact same thing on the stock truck. Of course, mine's not stock, but be pretty much the same type of deal. I've already got mine jacked up. I wouldn't want to fool with lifting it because it's kind of a pain to lift. So we just put a jack under it and took my tire and wheel off, and that's all we've done so far. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take off the uniball nut right there, and I'll probably get me a bungee cord or a ratchet strap just to hold this knuckle up. See if I can zoom y'all out some. There we go. To hold the knuckle up so it doesn't fall over in my way. And then you're going to want to get a socket and a ratchet and a wrench, because that is one long bolt. It goes all the way through, and get that off. Let me figure out what size that is, and I'll be right back. Okay, your upper control arm bolt that bolts it to your shock tower to the frame, that end is a 19, which is the head of the bolt, and it's a 19 for the nut also. And your upper ball joint nut may be a different size. Mine is a 22, but I've also run in the uniballs. If you've got a stock upper control arm with a stock ball joint, it's more than likely a 19 millimeter, but it could vary, but just somewhere there about. Mine's a 22. So the first thing I'm going to do is break this loose, and then we'll get this strapped up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I got it broke loose. You can see right there's the line where it usually rides at. And what I did, if you don't have these tools, you may have to take your outer tie rod end loose. But what I used was my 1/2 inch impact with a short extension, a wobble, and then my 22 millimeter, and it was able to stick right up through here and loosen that, and I left it on like the last 4 or 5 threads. And then I took your ball joint fork, and on mine the only thing I did was stick it right here and barely tapped it with a rubber mallet, and it popped it right off. If you have a normal ball joint on a stock one, you'll probably have to use one of these and beat it in there to pop the ball joint out. These aren't that hard like a normal ball joint, but anyway, you'll need that. If you have one of these uniballs, you should be able to do the exact same thing. And then you got a 19 millimeter. We're just going to loosen the well, it's actually going to take a stronger gun than that. No problem. We put a 19 millimeter on that impact, broke it right loose. So next thing to do is get our nut off here, and then gently tap that bolt that way. You definitely don't want to ruin the threads, so I'm hoping I'll be able to wiggle it and pull it. If I can't, tap it with a rubber mallet so that you don't mess up the threads. Alright, what I did was push the bolt out from that side this way. I still gotta get all that grease and stuff out of there. I went ahead and cleaned up. Let me see, there we go. We got the bolt completely clean. I'm gonna go ahead and put some paint on it, black paint, while I'm cleaning that up there out. Right here is the control arm and your metal spacers. Of course, I'm gonna clean all this up Now, I don't know if somebody want them or not, but I'm gonna list them on Marketplace. Somebody might could use them. And then we'll move on to the next step. First, I'm gonna throw a little bit of paint on this, even though it's gonna be covered up, but that way I know it won't be getting surface rust and stuff under it. All right, we went ahead and pulled that sticker off that come on there. We're about to pull that one off. It's hard to tell, but as you can see, we've already cleaned up the grease, installed our grease fitting, and now we're gonna put our dust cap on. And there, in between here, there's a rubber O-ring. You can kind of see it in the package. Make sure it's set right, and it goes right there, and that helps keep the dust and everything off of this. All right, as you can see, I got the little rubber O-ring right there, and then you got your screws. They're Allen wrenches. I don't know what size it is. I just went and grabbed one, but you can figure that out. And it comes with Loctite. Make sure you put Loctite on your 4 bolts for your dust cap. All right, we got our dust cap on. We got the stickers removed, and then you put your spacers, the 2 small ones on the inside. And it doesn't say to do it, but I did. I added just a little bit of grease to that, just so it helps keep it nice and smooth. And we got our bar painted up, our bolt. So now we're going to line it up. It's going to be kind of hard to do with one hand, so I'll probably just put it up there and then show you once I get it done. Actually, it's a tight fit, so it actually holds itself up there. So maybe I can do this one-handed. We'll see. I'm going to try to slide the bolt up in there. Once I get it almost where it goes, I'm going to wipe some grease on the bolt itself, just to help keep everything nice and lubricated in there. Alright, and since I had the bolt greased up, it slid right through. Perfect. So now we're going to put whatever I did with the nut. There it is. Of course, we're going to put it on. We're going to put a little bit of Loctite right there. And tighten. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down. You want to wait till the truck's setting on the ground where it's going to, and then torque it. I do believe, I'll have to actually do some research on this, because the ones I'm used to have rubber. This actually may not matter because you're pinching the heim joint and that can still move. So I'll have to get back with you on that. But how you would do it if it was rubber, you wait till it sets on the ground where it's going to, then tighten it. That way when the truck's riding normally, your rubber isn't in a strain, and that's what ends up tearing the rubber in your control arms. But right now I'm going to get that right there cleaned up, put some Loctite on it, and we'll go ahead and tighten them and see if that works, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so yeah, since these are heim joints, as you can see, the heim itself is being pinched, but this can still move up and down freely. So there we go. Alright, now it's time to stand that back up and bolt it to the knuckle. Okay, and the new Delta joint nut right here is a 21. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Use the extension and our wobble and reach right up through here and tighten it. Alright, well, it's the next day. As y'all can see, we got this side completely done, which I think I showed y'all a few minutes ago. Basically, you're just going to redo the exact same steps on the other side, which I've already started. I've got the old one off. It's laying over there. I've got the bolt that holds your upper control arm got it cleaned. It's outside being painted, or waiting on the paint to dry. After I got all the grease off of it, and now we're about to start putting our cap and O-ring and our grease fitting right there into the passenger side upper control arm, and then we're going to install it. I don't think I'll show y'all it because it's the exact same thing as this size, and then you'll have to take it and get it aligned because every vehicle is different depending on what kind of lift you got or whatever, and then they'll know how to lift it. Of course, you get your camber and toe in. You can get a little bit out of these two, and then of course your factory toe in and camber at the bottom and your tie rod end. So yeah, we're going to get this other side together, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I get it outside where you can see them. Now the passenger side's done. So we got it on, got it bolted down. Only thing that's left for me to do is align it, and today's Saturday, so I'm not going to fool with that. I'm just going to drive the little shop Jeep home. Plus I got to clean all this dirt and stuff out of this thing. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's go to the other side. I still got to put the tire on the passenger side. You can barely see it, but I think they look awesome under there. Should be way stronger. And these delta joints are supposed to actually give you a little bit more. It's not going to make the truck flex anymore, but the delta joint in there, like the ball joint, can move more. Should keep it from bottoming out. So all in all, should be a better ride quality. But yeah, I'm digging them. We'll have to wait till we can get them out on the trail and test them out, but I think they're going to work awesome. Appreciate y'all watching. Glad you got it on there finally. I've been wanting them for a while. Let's see if you can kind of see them from back here. Yeah, I've been wanting them on there for a while. I should have put them on there, you know, a long time ago. I just never have fooled with it. But yeah, I'm glad y'all watched. If you have any questions or anything, you know, wondering how something I didn't explain, how it goes on or whatever, just let me know. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one, I guess. I got a few more things left to do to it coming up, so you just have to wait on the videos for those. But yeah, appreciate y'all like always, and until next time, y'all have a good one.